Hey, how's it going? Today's 29th of February, Thursday, and we are taking a look at the market. What kind of opportunities are available out there? It's just something I was taking a look at investment opportunities, and I don't think that I'm being very positive, right? So perhaps I can take a look at some of the markets, and some of the markets performing very well. So that would be within UK and aviation. So it will be more of the balance perspective, I guess. And I'm taking a look at some of the markets. I thought, well, I take a look at aviation. In the next video, I can take a look at transport and or logistics, and perhaps how, if that would be an option, how UK can outsource logistics to perhaps some of software solutions. Well, that would be a great projection to future markets and investment, right? But first, let's take a look at aviation. So, we'll be taking a look at that. We perhaps four different articles that I'll be taking a look at, and let's have a little bit of fun. The market's making a record sales, so that's very. We already know that, right? So this market within UK is performing very well, right? Before we jump into some of the data that will be published perhaps by the government, let's take a look at different articles by different newspapers, right? Something I have just put that information in search engine and just take a look at some of the articles and some information that I managed to find. First, I thought I would be taking a look at the full work that was published by government, that would be Aviation 2050, right? So long-term strategy when it comes to future of UK aviation consultation. So I'll take a look at it and see if there's anything of value of reading, or it would be just a lot of noise, right? So if there's any information there, or it's in fact there's just a lot of information that doesn't really make any sense. Let's take a look at it. Personally, I believe that some of the people who are preferring this kind of work, right? That would be perhaps a group of five people, consultants, professionals, and they would project of what will perhaps be happening in the future within UK and everything, right? So I have started reading it, but that would be aviation has long been at the heart of United Kingdom economy success. From its early days, flight has helped force international trade links and create vital domestic connections, enabling our country to flourish. Right? Okay, it's a nice start of the presentation, right? Today we have a largest aviation network in Europe. Okay. I have read it. I have read this part. In the UK is not longer a part of Europe, and this work was published on December 2018. So back then, UK was part of Europe. Let's progress to the next article. Next article, right? I was trying to understand what's happening within UK, right? And that would be aircraft deliveries at 5-year high, according to the latest data, right? That would most likely would be sales and all entire process, right? For people who don't understand manufacturing, I'm just trying to understand or make sense of some of that information, right? That they say aircraft deliveries, it doesn't mean anything. So that would be how much sales they made, how many orders they received. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter that part, right? uh, since the sizes of then we need to take into account what, okay, so what kind of size, how many, again it will come back to ways of measuring things. Aircraft deliveries doesn't mean anything. As well as this article will be taking a look at talking about two companies, right, not necessarily limited to just UK. Within this article we're taking a look at UK and Boeing, which is US companies. So when it comes to sales, so there might be dominant market leaders, right? So those two companies, right? But let's progress to the next one. This one is too much data, and there's not enough time to cover everything in the detail, right? What's really important? Article itself would start with misleading information already. To give a balanced perspective, there might be worth taking a look at current issues facing aviation industry in the UK. We can take a look at that, but let's in this video, let's build it up. Do not read any of that. Let's build it up, right? let's take a look at that. I hope this information will be accurate, right? That the aviation statistics, notes, and definitions, right? I understand that was updated, not that recent, but perhaps that will be accurate information, right? And that will be 14th of December 2023. Let's take a look at some of the data. If I can, instead of perhaps orders made and or how many we manufacture, how much finance. So let's stick to that, and if there will be comparison. So that's I haven't read, by the way. So that's information I'll be looking for. So hard data in sales figures, right? How much they managed to sell and how many units, right? There was different ways and where they have sold it. That doesn't really matter that much. Who they sold it to doesn't really matter that much. That they manufacture 5, 6 doesn't really matter that much. How much sales they made, that would be very important information. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book that will be a project. Well, in this book, I'm taking a look at body, and I'm looking to share as much information as I can when it comes to body and what's really important, information when it comes to optimizing our time when it comes to nutrition, recovery, as well as your time spent working out, right? So to do that, if you were to begin by understanding it and what will be important when it comes to food, as well as recovery and working out, and looking to share as much information as I can with as many people as I can. Myself, if you're interested in learning more, that's the reason why I have published this book, right? I would begin with the basic information. From there I will progress into more advanced levels and structuring when it comes to fitness and potentially even earning money from working out or doing that you like. You can find it, QR code in the corner, company's website below. Okay, so I managed to find it, right? So I have spent a little bit of time, but that would be potentially a private company, Airbus within the UK, right? And that would be 2021, and we can compare this data against 2022 most recent accounts, right? Or quick glance, right? Not necessarily would reflect what would be happening in the future. All that information might not be there, but if anything, we can take a look at the revenue. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at. Okay. I just noticed that that's in euros. It's not in pounds. But okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Just okay. Well, I don't really understand why it's in euros. So why not in the British pounds? But either way, let's stick to that. To that for time being. So where financial years, right? 2020 there were 52.149, and let's progress to 2022. That within revenue 58, right? So there's a clear progression there, and some of those companies and or markets performing very well, right? Let's close on that. Thanks for watching. See you next one.